Hey, so I'm just gonna voice my opinion on something for this video. So recently at school today, my friend, there's this girl. She's just kind of annoying. Anyway, she said she loved my friend Ryan. I won't say this last time, but anyway, she said that, and it got me thinking. Why are teenagers so fucking stupid? Teenage girl or preteen girl, 12 to 16, I know exactly what you're thinking. Hey, you're full of shit. You can love people at your age. Bullshit. You teenagers, and not just girls, don't get me wrong, but it's mostly girls, are so full of bullshit that I'm gonna throw you in the manure pile at my farm. Here's why. Okay, so I dated this one girl. This is just an example. So I dated this one girl, right? And I asked her out, and we had been dating for about maybe 2 hours. 2 hours. And she said, I love you. Now, back then, I didn't know how to respond. And I didn't want to hurt her feelings, but I didn't want to say that, so I just said, ILY. But, yeah, that's how. Because you can't love someone as soon as you start dating them. I mean, you know what? If you've been dating them for like 6 months, and that's the very least, then fine. Yeah, that's fair to say. As long as you realize chances of you guys spending the rest of your life together at this age, it's not gonna happen. You know, this ain't the movies. Yeah, I'm just being honest with you. That doesn't happen in real life. And, you know, these are the same girls who, and sometimes guys, don't get me wrong, but yeah, these are the same people, I should say, and they're always teenagers. I think they're in love every 2 weeks, and it's never the same guy, ever. And it's just ridiculous, I think. Like, really, move on with your life. That's what I think. You don't love anybody, you know, and if you really did love them, you wouldn't be moving from guy to guy to guy to guy, or girl to girl to girl to girl, you know? And even if you don't, you never did love them. You can tell yourself that, and you may think that you do, but you don't know what it actually feels like, so you can't say that. Now that I'm on to stupid teenagers, I might talk about that too. Teenagers these days are really stupid. I'm sure you guys have heard about it. Probably, if you read Rage Faces at all, you always hear about these guys talking. They're either talking about angry moms or some swaggin'. No. I'm gonna go out on a limb here. I'm gonna say 85% of teens, maybe in the 90s right now, don't say words like YOLO and swag when they're not making fun of them. But everyone seems to think they do, because maybe 10% of the teenage population did. Of that 10%, I'd be willing to bet that 90% of them were people that thought were the same people I was talking about earlier, who were always in love. You know, I'm willing to bet that those are the same people. But they're not the only idiots here. They are the biggest idiots, but they're not the only idiots. And here's why. ever since they came on, I think I've heard maybe one person say it, not make fun of it. Either of those, YOLO or swag or anything similar to that. I think I've heard one person say it and not make it, and it wasn't to make fun of it. And right now, I think the only people who are saying it, there's two groups of them. There are people making fun of them, and then former swaggots who are also making fun of them. I think that population of swaggots has been drastically reduced. And making fun of them did a lot of good, but now they're gone, so we can stop making fun of them because they don't exist anymore. Because right now you're just promoting it, and it's annoying. Also, the I love hater crap. Shut up. You don't love haters. If you want to use haters as motivation, that's all fine and dandy. Or you don't care what they think about you, great. That does not mean you cannot love something that is meant to hate. You know, like that's just stupid. And the people who say I love haters, guess what? You hate people too. Everybody, by that logic, is a hater because everybody hates somebody. Even if you say I love haters, you're still going to be a hater because everybody hates everyone. You know what I mean? Like, everybody hates a lot of people. And it's funny because I've seen pictures on these stupid Facebook pages where they're like, I love haters, and then the next picture will be people in my school. 10% people I'm friends with, 90% people I want to throw a brick at. By that logic, you are a hater. And yeah, if you want to love yourself, that's all great. I encourage that, and I encourage if someone hates you not to care, but you shouldn't love them for that. So, yeah, that's my opinion on teenagers these days. They're stupid and they're lazy. Yeah. Really lazy. But I brought it up, I might as well talk about it. Kids these days are overweight. What else do you want me to say? They are. And, you know, they're fat. They're fat. Like, I'm not going to be all sugarcoated and say they're overweight. And then you're going to say, oh, it's all offensive. But they mean the same thing. Doesn't make a difference. They mean the same thing. Anyway. So, yeah. And here's what I think it is. Partly technology. You know, like... And I'm not going to be like one of those guys who's like, kids back then and kids now. Because it's a different generation. Obviously, it's going to be a bit different. You know, again, I'm sure if they had that technology back then that we do, they would have also been not as active. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they had Xbox 360s, they'd also be playing video games. They just don't realize it because they never did. But, yeah. There is a lot of fat kids, and that's one of the reasons. Also, I think parents, I'm not going to say they've done a bad job of parenting, but I will say this. I will say that they have gone with what the media has told them, and it's not. Most of it is not true. And they should realize that, I think, because they're always telling us, don't listen to the media, whatever people think you doesn't matter, blah, blah, blah. Well, they believe it too when it comes to their parenting crap. I've heard of some stupid trends like, don't say no to your kids, that might be the dumbest one. Or don't feed gluten to your kids, even if they're not allergic to gluten. Or that, also dairy in that. Don't spank your kids. They're stupid one. They don't make any sense. the reason they don't make sense, here's why. Take a look at kids today, you know, like the overweight, lazy kids, probably not doing as well in school, right? There's probably a higher crime rate, right? Look at the kids back then. They went outside, they played sports, and you know what? I'm not saying all teenagers are stupid, or all parents fall into the media, or all kids are lazy. But I'd say about at least 20% of all three of those groups fit into that category. Yeah, that's all I'll be talking about for this video. And yeah, those are my opinions on that. If you have any requests for me to talk about something, put it in the comment section below. It could be about anything, like sports or outdoors, or something you might disagree with, or something you want to know what I think of it, or whatever. Just, yeah. Alright, see you guys later.